I think my favorite memory overall would probably be living together. She didn't want me to be her roommate because she told me I was too messy for her, and she had real bad OCD, but it's probably going to be living with her is the best memory.
What would she cook? What's she good at?
She can't cook.
Really?
My sister, no.
She looked like she
we ate the same 7 meals, me, her, and Kenny. When she was an EMT, she would go in at like 7 at night and come home like 10, 11 in the morning.
Wow.
That's really what made her quit. She was making like 13. I think she was making 13, working 18 hours, 4 days a week. So she was like, yeah, she had cried to my mom, was like, Mom, I can't do this. I just can't. Some people used to be like, yeah, we get your sister passed, but you still don't get to see the troubles that people go through every day. I'm like, no, I'm going through way more than you guys think. So I started posting like, I'm getting threats every day, like different types of threats. It didn't matter who, what, where, when, why, just different ones.
Breonna's Garden, which is an augmented reality experience, and the idea behind it was sparked by Janiyah getting death threats in her social media and saying, like, okay, clearly if the online space isn't safe, right, for someone, then I'm going to create a container for her where she can be safe and never worry about anybody threatening her or saying some ugly thing or, coming and lying to her about who her sister is and was. So when you go, you see flowers springing up all around you as you kind of like walk around. You'll see a lot of butterflies and orbs of light, and Breonna's there.
People will be able to walk around in a real garden, and then from the real garden these artificial flowers will also start growing. We made a decision early on to create Breonna as a 3D model. We were deliberately, creating a sculpture, a monument for Breonna. We will integrate the flowers into this augmented reality activation.
Both of them are in the garden, and we're going to volumetrically capture Janiyah and place her in the garden next to Breonna.
In order to recreate Janiyah as a hologram, we had to go to the meta stage here in Los Angeles. They have a green screen room set up with hundreds of cameras at different elevations, filming a subject in the center of the room. Microsoft are processing all that data and stitching it together. The outcome will be this 3D hologram.
Okay, look, don't talk about my hair, because I already seen it coming. If you see it, it's 3D. Mama, we're not talking about the hair. The most part I think I'm excited about is the actual me being in the same 3D, it being in the same scenery with my sister all over again. When they do that edit part, I'll be actually next to her.
Not only is it a gift for Janiyah to be able to go into a safe container to be with her sister and hear all those memories from like her aunt and her mom and her uncle and her friends, but then also to have that as a capsule for 20 years, 25 years from now. If Janiyah decides to have children one day, her children can actually look back on this capsule as a gift for the family and understand who her aunt really was.
We see Breonna, we see there's people leaving messages, and then there was a part where it was like, but you're going to record. You're going to let these people hear and tell your side of the story about who your sister was. When she first got on as an EMT, she was super excited. She invited almost the whole family to her graduation just to see her graduate from being an EMT. The garden is important to me because it's my way of being able to show that Breonna is caring and loving and not what the media portrayed her as to be. People are still feel this day, still feel like it's my sister's boyfriend's fault, and it's absolutely not. So they would say things like, it's your sister's boyfriend's fault, she's dead, your sister shouldn't be a drug dealer. And then like when my mom had got that settlement from the city, a lot of people were like, you posting something about donations, don't your mom got so much money, she should be able to help you, help her. The ones that bothered me the most was when people called my sister a drug dealer. She's not, she didn't do drugs.
Breonna has become this enormous figure now and has come to represent a political movement. But before that, she was this girl's sister. And I think this brings us all down to earth as to what it actually feels like just to lose your sister, your best friend. In many cases, Breonna shared the role of bringing Janiyah up with the mother. So, there was a really close family there that's now been broken up. When you go into the garden, you can hear Janiyah's story And then you have the opportunity, if you feel comfortable, you can record your message and it will grow as a flower in the garden. And it can be, just a short message for someone that you miss. It could be a poem. It could be a message of support for Breonna Taylor's family. I think the purpose of the garden in that sense is just to create a safe social space that's curated, because we're going to listen to the messages and only post appropriate ones and make sure only appropriate ones grow in the garden. And by doing that, we're just creating an environment that reinforces the nurturing that's needed right now.